Yeah, I'm recording it, so I'll just share the recording to you after one session is done. Okay. So last
Oh,
session.
you are recording.
Yes.
I cannot record from my side.
No, you can record it, but you're facing some issues, right? That's why. Okay. So yesterday, like last session, we have discussed the basics of Oracle ERP, and we have seen how to create a user and those set of things. And now today, what we do is, like, we'll see how do you create. Like as of now, we know how to create a user, and but
Sir.
today what we do is, I'll try to show you how do you create a responsibility, how do you create a menu, okay, and creation of a function will do it some other time, but not now. Creation of a function we'll do it later stage because we have to know, like to create a function we require some OS page or maybe a form. So without having function we cannot create a menu. We can still create a menu. We can still create a menu, but as of now we don't want to create any function because we don't know how to design an OS page or a form because it's a second class, right?
Yes.
So we'll not know the
Okay.
those options. So that is what we do is, what I'll try to do is, I'll show you how to create a menu, how to create a responsibility, and how to assign responsibility to the user. We already aware, right? So the two options we'll try to
That
create.
we already done.
Yeah. So how do you create a menu as well as how to create a responsibility. And then once this is done,
Okay.
I'll try to show you a sample of registering a report in the Oracle e-business suite. The next functionality what we try to do is registration of a report. Registration of a
Okay.
report. Like I will design a report, very basic level. See, I'm trying to consider the basic level initially, then we can get it deeper. So I'll try to show you how we design a report and how we deploy a report to the instance and how what is the way we have to register a report, then what is the way you have to execute a report from the instance. So that is what we'll try to cover.
Okay.
So now let's log into the instance. So I think I logged in already. Yeah. Okay. So now first thing what we want to do is we want to create a menu. We want to create a menu. So there are in Oracle e-business tools, like if you observe, the first thing is like now we want to create a menu, right? We want to create a menu. So what is the navigation you have to follow? First, in the e-business tool, always you have to remember the navigation. Okay. So for creation of the menu, the navigation is application developer. And in this one, you will have an option called, can you see, a menu is a shortcut is already there. But here, if you observe, application and then menu. So what is the navigation? Application developer. And in application developer, we have a menu called application. In that application, we have a function called menu. Application developer,
Menu. Okay.
application, then menu. Nothing but
Application.
this is a your form page. This is your form. This is your Oracle form, which we use for the purpose of creating a menu. So double click on the menu here.
Menu. Okay.
That's it. So now it is having two properties. One
Okay.
is menu, another is user menu name. Okay, I am just giving the same name. Now I here in
Okay.
this thing, here we have to mention the function name. Here we have to mention the function name. So nothing but you have to mention the link to your Oracle form or maybe the OA page. As of now, we don't have any Oracle form or OA page we already designed. So, but we will still provide something which are already available. So just search here. So we have a search icon right here. Just click here and search anything.
Yeah.
Search something which are already available. Let me try to search something which are starting
Okay.
access. So I just have some set of OA page. So this is one of the sample OA page which is already
OFP.
available.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
just select this one
Okay.
and I just
We
give
are
a prompt.
assigning to this menu.
Yes. So I just give this particular sample page, sample name. This is a prompt. This is a prompt and this is a linkage to this particular prompt. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the menu and this is the user menu. Okay. Now these are the properties which you have to mention for creation of the menu. Okay. Now click on save and the menu will get saved in the database, and you can also find out from the database table in which particular table the menu is getting stored. So just try to click on the database. Let us start from F&D menu, and we have some set of tables, and there user underscore menu underscore menu is equal to access.
Access menu.
That's it.
Access menu.
This is a place where it should be stored. Now is it saved still or it is getting saved?
You didn't save, I think.
Yeah, it got saved. Okay.
Okay.
It was just it got refreshed just now. Now here it is showing just a menu name, right? But what are the functions which are assigned to this menu? So what we can do? So there is one more table for this one. XX for FND menu. Okay. Now we just need to pass the menu ID. So what is the menu ID? Let's copy the menu
ID
ID.
1026
Yeah.
for 102648.
Yeah.
Sir.
So now it is showing the this is the master table and this is child table.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So I can say that this is the menu header and this is the menu line. And now there's another way also you can find out. What you can do is now our menu name is this one, right? What you can do? Click on help and click on record history. Click on help and click on record history.
Huh.
It will clearly show you in which particular table this information is getting stored. Now it clearly tells you who created
Okay.
it, when it was created, and in which table it is getting
Yeah.
affected. So now just copy the table name.
Okay.
So this is not really a table name, this is a view link. This is a
Hmm.
view link actually. Yes. Nothing but your database view. And now just mention where menu. Okay. That is how it shows. And there is another way also. Like let me what you do is now press F11, press F11 and give the menu name and control F11. Okay. Now it will show you the result. And here what you do is click on help, diagnostics. Remember the navigation. Anyways, you can see the video again. So click on help, diagnostics, and click on examine. Okay. Help, diagnostics, examine, and here
Okay.
in the block, you just type system and the field type last record, last query, or maybe last record, last query. Okay. Now just copy the query
Okay.
and execute this query. Now can you see what it is giving? So it gives you the query it was used for the lastly execution purpose. When you search the any of the data in the form, what will happen is it has to execute a query, right? The background query. So as a developer, like if you
Yes,
don't know
yes,
what is the
yes,
table
yes.
name, you just search the data, get the query. That's it. So we did not remember the table name was.
Oh, okay, got it.
You got it, right? We did not remember the table name. Just simply go to the form,
Okay, okay.
search the data,
Got it.
get the query. The only thing what you have to remember is you have to remember the navigation, help, diagnostics, and examine. Help, diagnostics, and examine.
Diagnostic examine. Okay.
Yeah, and right here for
Okay.
reference purpose.
Hmm.
You get the
Understood, understood.
last query, help, diagnostics,
Diagonal
examine, okay, and
examine.
help system, and last query.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. And yeah, now the next step, what you have to do, you have to create a responsibility. So creation of a responsibility cannot be done by application developer responsibility. If you want to create a new responsibility, we cannot create that one from the application developer. We have to navigate to the another responsibility. Now if
Okay,
you
okay.
observe, for the menu what we have done, we just navigate to application
Application
developer.
application developer. Okay.
So for the creation of a menu, creation of responsibility, what we have to do, we have
Okay.
to navigate to system administrator responsibility.
Okay.
We have to
There
navigate to
for creating user also we went to this
right,
responsibility.
correct, correct. Now, now we are at this place, right? But how do you navigate? How do you switch from one responsibility to another responsibility? So what you can do,
Huh.
you can go to the browser and you just simply click on the system administrator, and from there you can go. But that is a lengthy
Uh-huh.
process. That is a lengthy process.
Yeah.
What you have to do is
Yeah, yeah,
you just
yeah.
you just
Huh.
be there in the same window, and here you have an option of
Okay.
responsibility.
Okay, 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 okay.
You just need to click on this one, and it shows a list of responsibilities which are already available. Just type system, SYSTM, system. That's it.
Hmm. Okay.
System
Second one.
administrator.
Okay.
Select the
Okay.
appropriate responsibility and click on OK.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Now, here we have to navigate to the appropriate menu. click on application. So now this is not the one. And security, yeah.
Security, yeah,
Security,
responsibility.
responsibility, and define.
Define. Oh, okay. Okay.
This is the one. Okay.
Mm.
So where are we going? Security and define.
Ah,
Security, responsibility, and define. Okay. Now just give the
okay.
responsibility name, except RESP, and it is also
Okay.
asking what is the application name. It also
Ah,
asks you what is the application name. We can just type any of the existing application names. I'll go with the application object library.
object library. Okay.
So this is the foundation library. So
Yeah.
I'll just go with the AOL. But later on, we can provide you another another. I mean, we can choose
Okay.
appropriate applications also. But as of now, let's go with the AOL.
Okay.
We have to mention the responsibility key also. And now data group. As of now, just mention.
Responsibility key is same name as responsibility name.
No, no, it is not required, but we can have a different name also. Just for our
Ah,
remember, like to remember easily, I just mentioned the same name.
okay. Okay.
So as of now, we will mention the data group, the same data group, like a standard data group.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now here, what is the menu we have to mention? We just create the menu, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
XX menu. Just type it.
XXX.
Just
Ah,
type the menu name and tab off. That's it.
ah, ah, ah.
And click on save. Now data got saved, right? And now
Okay.
you can find out this information from the database table also. What is the table
Hmm.
name? So here, let's start from definitely responsibility. Okay. In this table, your responsibility got stored.
Okay. Okay.
Now, what is the next thing you have to do? You have to assign the menu to assign the responsibility to the user. Correct? So now where is the username? So
Yeah.
user and define. So here search the user, XX test,
Uh, XXX. Yeah.
and then assign the response.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
That's it.
Got it. Hmm.
Now save it. Now what you do? You just close this application now. Close the application and re-log in with the this XX test user.
Hmm. Okay.
Can you see new
Hmm.
responsibility?
Yeah. 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 Ah. Okay. Okay. Under responsibility, we have access menu.
Yeah, we just have a single page, right?
Hmm.
We just have a single page. That is why when you just expand, it is just showing directly it was navigating that particular page. Now this is a OF page. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now I just open some particular form. Okay.
Okay.
Now what is the next step? What we have to do? Now we have seen how to create a menu, how to create a response.
Hmm.
And the next
Okay.
step, next particular functionality what we would like to discuss today is how we register a report. Nothing but before registering a report, we have to know like how we design a report, all those things. Then we have to discuss about registration of the report. Okay.
Okay.
So now what I will try to do is, the first of all, what is the report which I want to discuss is, the first thing is like I'll write a requirement here, design a report
Hmm.
which displays list of employees
Okay.
from HRMS mode with our requirement. I just want to design a report which will display some list of employees and maybe just a
Okay.
5 or 10 employees.
Okay.
Okay, just a hypothetical requirement. So now what is the first thing you have to do is, first of all, we have to know what is the database query, right? First of all, if you want to design
Yeah.
a report, you have to know what is the query. So now
Yeah.
we are discussing, right, we are trying to discuss about HRMS module. So in the HRMS
Uh-huh.
module, nothing but human resource module, human resource management.
Hmm. Hmm.
And generally this is also called HCM, human capital management. It is also called
Okay.
HCM, human capital management
Okay.
also. Now,
Hmm.
our requirement is to design a report which will list down the list of HRMS employees. So I'll go to SQL Developer and then I'll design a query now. So in this one, we have a lot number of tables, but as of now, just remember there is a table name called per underscore people underscore x. There is a table name called for underscore people underscore x. So there is any guess? Can you guess what is PR stands for? Or what is the significance of PR? Any guesses?
PR. PR. No. PR.
Any guesses? Like what is the? Do you think there is a
PR.
relevance?
Sorry?
Do you think there is a relevance? There is any connection to the module name?
No, I think so. PR.
PR. Now the PR stands for Human Resource Module. PR is relevant to the Human Resource Module. Just search this one. Application underscore this logic.
Okay.
Where product code is equal to PER.
Oh,
Sorry, sir.
okay.
Now in the PER, I have this subset of modules. The PER is a HRMS module. In the HRMS, I have these submodules. In the HRMS module, in the HRMS, in the main HRMS module, I have 5 submodules.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you want to see what is the name of it, go to this table.
Secondary applications. Okay. Where?
Anything you can just like 805 or anything. It is advanced benefit, right? But if you observe the PER, where is PER? 800. It is 5800. Human resources. Got it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So now we got understood. Yeah. Now we could find out what is the table name in which we are storing our employee information. But in our case, if you just execute this one, let us say you just execute this particular table, and it will give you the current login, the current employees, the current valid employees of a given company or instance, I can say. A given instance, rather than company, I can say instance. Okay. So why I'm saying current employees, valid employees, because in a company you'll have terminated employees, resigned employees, old employees, many things are there, right? But here, this particular table gives you the information about the current working employees, currently valid working employees. That is why I'm just telling you about that one. So, but now, right, rather than getting deep into HRMS module, just write a simple query, you will list down the first 15 employees. We will give you the first 15 employees. Okay? It can be any set of employees, we are not bothered, but we just want to retrieve some data. Clear?
Okay.
Got some idea and you are leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what I want to
Yeah,
do,
I got it.
yeah, now we have designed our query. So from this particular table, see generally any employee all over the world will have a employee name, employee ID, right? And email, date of birth, nationality, sex,
Yeah.
with all the normal properties every
Yes,
employee
yes.
has. In the same way, in our application, HRMS application,
Yeah.
this specific table will store all this information, and we'll try to show that information in our HRMS report. Now make a note of our screen, okay? And now I'll open my developer suite, the report builder.
Okay.
So report builder software here, and our TNS entries are already available. So it got already available with this particular report builder software. So we do not re-enter them. And so when you open a report, it is asking whether you want to get into the manual mode or maybe the wizard mode.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'll just go with the manual one. I don't want to go with the wizard mode. Let us design a
Okay.
report using manual fashion. Okay.
Okay.
Click on OK. And now one more thing you have to remember in the Oracle e-business suite, whenever you create a new component, it always has to start with Access. It always has to
Ex
start with Access. What is the reason behind this one is, see, Oracle will be trying to apply the patches like every month, every 6 months, quarter, year, every time. So
Okay.
accidentally not to modify your own code, what Oracle recommends is that your custom code, any code which is not provided by Oracle, that becomes a custom code. Any custom code which a developer does always has to start with exec so that Oracle will not modify your code. Because
Okay.
if you see any of the module name, it will never have execs. If you see any of the component name, it will never have access. So it is given to the customers to have the name access. Because
Okay.
Oracle always adds up a module. If you consider the version from 12.13 to 12.24, lot number of changes happen. Every time it will add up the changes.
Yeah.
That is the reason whenever you design any component, always start with your access and then followed by
Okay.
component name.
Okay.
Okay. Now in our case, like
Okay.
this report name also, what I will do, I'll just mention that XX followed by, like if I have my company name, what I will do, like any sample company name.
Uh,
Can you tell me any sample company name?
Company name.
Yeah, client name.
I mean, I can tell my company,
Yeah.
the company which is Mannai, Mannai.
Okay. So now this is our company name, XX Money, Manai, and then
Mannai, AI.
sorry,
Mannai.
Gemini. Okay. So now this is our client name and followed by our report name. So what is our report name? HRMS underscore EM. Now this is the syntax
Okay.
you'd like to follow. So I'll save the
Okay.
report first of all. So save the report. As of now, I'm just saving on the desktop. I'll go with the file extension RDF, right? Report definition
Hmm.
file. RDF stands for report definition file, and click on save.
Oh, okay.
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 And now make a note of the query, get the query, and now design the data model. So this is called data model. This is a page where we
Mm-hmm.
have to mention our SQL query. So click on SQL query here, click on SQL query, and
Mm.
just mention the query and press OK.
You have to write the query.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just now I just already mentioned the query. See, don't try to click on query builder and select the columns, because your Oracle e-business suite will have a lot number of tables. So better don't click on query builder and select the appropriate queries like that. So always prepare a query
Mm-hmm.
and just mention the query here, because it will have a
Okay.
huge data and it will have a huge set of tables. So it becomes very difficult to report builder to work properly. So that's why
Okay. Okay.
already prepare a query, then simply paste it and click on OK.
Okay.
Now click on OK. Now it is asking us to connect apps and apps
Apps.
and VIs.
Yeah.
VIs. So I'll tell you the
Okay. Okay.
reason, what is the VIs and all those things, but it will take some
Okay.
time to
Oh.
understand. But let's go
Okay.
with the default options as of now. Click on connect.
Mm.
Now everything is perfect.
Okay.
So data model is ready, right?
Yeah.
And now next
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
we have to design our layout. So we just click on the third icon. Click on the third icon.
Mm.
Now it will show you the layout where we can design our layout. So now just have a header first of all.
Mm.
I'll take this particular frame and in this one design a header. Take the text, darkness, imply report. Just enter the font size. Okay,
Okay.
move it properly. Okay, perfect. Now the next thing is like a design a repeating frame. Take a repeating frame.
Okay.
Now we'll have a field, like I'll have a 5 fields. I'll, sorry, take the field, take this field, and
Mm.
I will have 5 fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay.
These are my values, and all will also have my label name. For each column, I will have a label name. For that also, I'll take a frame. And now here I will have a toilet frame.
Okay.
So I'll give EFT number.
Okay.
So better have the font size one.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
And you already know, I think like the layout is very much a bigger problem in the report builder software, right?
Mm.
Did you work on the report builder or not?
Yes. 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 I worked on.
Okay. EMP number. And the next thing is I want to show username, nothing but full name.
Okay. Okay.
And other column which I want to show is date of birth, nationality, business group ID. Okay, these are the columns. Now apply the fields. So one more thing is just check the font and the size, make it as 10. Okay. Now select the field F1 and here just mention the column name. First of all, set the repeating frame property. First set the repeating frame property, double click on the repeating frame and set the source, the underscore person ID. Okay. And after that, select the F1, field 1, and here I have to select employee number. Employee underscore number is the column name. Employee underscore number. Yeah, it's the column name. And now other field is full name. So full underscore name is the column name. Full underscore name. Full underscore name. And the other one is date of birth. Date underscore off underscore birth. So the column name is almost similar to your data. Date of birth. Date underscore off underscore birth.
Okay.
And now other one is nationality. So the column name is nationality. Sorry. Nationality.
Okay.
Finally, we have BGID, business group ID. It's not corporate group ID.
Okay.
So, business group ID. Okay, business group ID.
Okay.
So almost all columns are ready. So just move it appropriately. Yeah, don't, I mean, better not to concentrate much on the formatting. You just want the functionality first of all. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's run the report. Let's run the report. Control Shift K, compilation, and Control Shift R for running the report.
I forgot how was to compile it. Control
Shift K.
Okay. Control.
Let's have the options. We compile all. Compile all. Control Shift K, compile, and then run.
Okay.
So now you could see all the data, right? HRMS employee report, and you could see all the list of 15 employees. Perfect. Now we have designed our report, correct? We are able to design our report, and we can also generate the data from here, right? We have an option to generate also. Right here and somewhere we have generate, right? Generate to file. It will show all the list of options. But this is not the thing we want. We want to generate the output from the Oracle e-business suite instance. We want to generate the output from the Oracle e-business suite instance. Now, for that purpose, we have to follow some particular process. There will be a bigger process involved. First of all, I will write it and then we'll discuss.
Okay.
Now, the first thing is our RDF report is designed. So this particular functionality you are very much aware. The next functionality, we want to move this report to the instance. So by directly, if you move it, it will not work. Directly, if you move it, it will not work. The thing is, there are few things we have to modify. The first thing is we have to add up a parameter called p underscore concurrent underscore request ID. This is the first thing we have to do. And we have a report triggers, right? Report triggers. I'll show you. In the report triggers, there are totally 5 triggers. In the before report trigger and the after report trigger, so we have to add up some functionality. So I'll show you the existing one and then we can discuss what is that. Let me open my sample report. It's already there. In the report triggers, if you observe, how many triggers we have? Totally 5 triggers, right? So just open the code and here we have method called installation method. Later we call it as installation method. And other in the after report trigger also just open it. It will show exit trigger. I'll tell you what is the purpose of all these things. Okay. Okay. So now what is the thing we have to do is, now the report what you have designed generally it works perfectly in the e-business suite also, but the only thing is we have to add up these two set of parameters. We have to add up these below logic. The first thing is p underscore contract request ID. We have to add up these parameters. Nothing but user parameter we have to create it. And the report triggers. In the before report trigger we have to call this particular API. In the after report we have to call this other API. What is the purpose of calling this one as? See, like in the report we have SRW is a package. That's what standard report writer. It's a package. And here it is trying to pass a value called SRW initialization. SRW initialization, nothing but initialization, allocated memory. And the other one is exit, nothing but deallocate the memory.
Okay.
Okay, that is what we are just calling these APIs. So make a note of this particular request ID.
Okay.
Create a parameter with the same parameter. Create a parameter with the same name. So in the user parameter, now create a new parameter. So this name, which is member data type. Okay. Now one more thing you have to remember: add up these logic only at the last. Once your report is done and everything is okay, then only you add up this logic.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
At last you have to add up. Why? Because once you add up this particular logic, then you cannot run the report from here. It will give a compilation error. Sorry, it will give a
Yeah. Yeah.
runtime error.
Yeah.
Compilation
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
work, but runtime will
Yeah. We
not
have
work.
to give the parameter, then only the report will run.
Yeah. Even if you give the report parameter also, it will not work. Why? Because these APIs will not work from here report builder software. They will work only in the e-business suite instance. Okay.
Oh.
So now go to the report trigger, and here right click on this one, open the PL/SQL editor.
Hmm.
Okay. Now in the PL/SQL editor, just mention this logic. What is the installation logic? Copy this one and paste here and perform compile. Okay. The same way, open the after report trigger, and we have a shortcut also, that is F11. Copy this one and paste. Compile. Okay. Now perform the total compilation. Compile one. Successfully compile and just save the report. Now, what is the next step we have to do? So the first two steps are done. The next step is move the compile RDF file to any of the application top folder. Any of the application top. But which particular top we have to choose it. But as of now, what we do is we'll try to move the report to this particular folder, fnd underscore top report es folder.
Okay.
Why I am moving to fnd top? Because see now, whenever you design a report, you have to mention the appropriate location to which you want to move it. Whether this is a HRMS report, whether it's a ledger with general ledger
Yeah.
report or a financial report, something you have to modify. You have to tell.
Okay. Okay.
So that
Okay.
is why we have to move our report to the appropriate location. But what is this F&D top is all about? So just what you do, if you want to know what is the location of it, go to the WinSCP and open the footy. Control P, click on Control P,
Hmm.
it will open the footy.
Hmm.
APPL MGR, echo, F&D underscore top.
Echo. Okay.
So it will give you what is the location of your F&D top. So F&D top belongs to your application object library. F&D top belongs to your base default module, application object library. Copy this one and open the appropriate
Yeah.
location from here. Click on add also and now click on OK. Now this will open this particular folder. Now in this one, what we want to do, we want to open the reports folder. Go to reports folder
Yeah.
and in this one go to US folder. Okay. And now here we show the
Okay.
list of reports which are already available.
Okay. Okay.
Now the left side, what you do, go to desktop. Left side, go
Hmm.
to desktop,
Hmm.
and then what you do, you just move the report what you have designed. So copy the
Okay.
report and move it from the left to right. Move the report from the left to right.
Hmm.
So I'm just copying the file from the local system to my server. So now this is my server and this is
We
where
are.
I have copied our file.
Yeah.
So this is the next step.
Hmm.
And now there are three more steps. What is the next? What is the fourth step is? We have to create a concurrent executable. We have to create a concurrent program, and then finally assign the concurrent program to the request queue. That's it. And then finally we can run the report. Got it? So these are the total steps involved in
Yeah.
registration of the report. Now what is the next step we have to do?
Hmm.
We have to create a concurrent executable. So but what is the navigation for this one? So most of your functionalities are available from the application developer only. Application developer and see here, see the navigation. Application developer, sorry, application developer, concurrent, and then executable. Application developer,
Okay.
concurrent, and then executable.
Concurrent, executable.
Okay. Now
Okay.
go to the executable here. Double click on this one. And now it is asking us to mention what is the executable, what is the short name, what is the method, and all these properties. Now the basic thing you have to remember is for which particular report you want to register the executable. What is our report name? This is our report name.
XX.
Yeah.
XX money.
So execution method. What is the execution method? We have lot number of things, but we'll not discuss them. But as of now, our execution method is Oracle reports. So if you select Oracle reports, mention the file name without any file extension. Don't mention the file extension.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And what is the application you have to
Okay.
mention? What is the application you have to mention?
Application object library.
Perfect. So why we have to mention this one? Why should we mention this one?
Huh?
Why should we mention this particular name?
This application object library.
Yeah.
Uh, for future, I mean, to remember it,
No, no, not
with
like that.
which application it belongs.
No, that is not the reason. The reason we have to mention this application object library because I have moved my report to the application object library. That is the reason. I have moved my report in the FND top. So the FND top is nothing but my AOL, right? FND top is my
Yeah.
FND top. My FND top is my product code for application object library module. If you are moving the report to your
Yeah.
HRS module, maybe you'll have a different name, different application in there.
Yes. Yes.
What is it? This is what you have to remember. It's very much important step.
Okay. Okay.
So that is why not to have much confusion. So by default, go with application object library and go with FND top. That's it. And next thing is, it is asking us to mention what is your executable as well as what is the short name. So I will go with the same name, not to have much confusion. I'll give the same name here, the executable as well as short name. And just click on save. And once you click on save, if you observe, the short name cannot be modified. I just saved it, and it is also telling transaction complete. And if you observe, for these particular parameters, it's mandatory. It is readable, and remaining things are yellow color, which are modifiable later also.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
So that's why, like, what you do is, like,